What is up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, please hit the like and subscribe button to get notified for more content that we put out. So today I am going to ask my mother questions.
I do not know what these questions are.
Yes.
She did just kind of spring this on me, so I'm a little nervous. Am I allowed to lie?
No, you're not. If you lie, I will tell the people.
Am I allowed to plead the fifth on any of these questions?
No.
That means you don't have to answer.
No. Oh, okay. You knew exactly. I was like,
So
I don't know what that is.
I already could see it in her head going, I'm about to ask her what that means.
But I didn't want to look like an idiot, so I was just like, yeah.
So I figured I should just be like,
Okay. So these are the questions I'm going to ask her. All right. So, Mom, what's the most trouble you ever got into as a child or as a teen? No pleading the fifth.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like the most trouble. That's kind of hard because there's been a couple different moments where my parents have lost it on me. I guess one was your father. One was your father. Me and him started dating, seeing each other, when I was 14. He was 16. And, he came to the house looking for me after school. I had gotten out of school, and he was actually waiting right by, this park by our house, and he saw my dad driving with me in the car going to the house. And so he knew I was home. And he comes to the door, and I'm upstairs. My dad answers the door, and I can hear him down below asking, oh, is Stephanie home? And my dad goes, no, she's not. And he slams the door in his face. And then, of course, my dad is like, I don't want you to see him. I
feel like that's typical dad stuff.
It became this big thing with my parents. My mom didn't want me to see him. My dad didn't want me to see him because they had heard things from my brother, which my brother didn't know him at all. But whatever. It is what it is.
She's with him now, so.
I know, I married him, so it's kind of. See, but there's a couple other moments too, but that's one.
What's the biggest difference between today's society and when you were young?
A lot. So. I feel like the 90s and early 2000s was a lot simpler of a time than it is today. I'm not really going to go into much of society today.
I don't want you to.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
What's one thing you'd change about yourself if you could?
Oh. My height. I wish I was taller.
Really? I want to be short. I don't want to be very tall.
No, you don't want to be short.
I don't want to be very tall.
No, I don't want to be tall. But
my dad's over here like, oh, she's probably going to be like 5'9". I'm like, no.
No. He's extreme. Don't listen to your father.
I know. I don't want to be 5'9".
I mean, there's a part of me that wishes you are taller than him just so you could throw it in his face later. But I also don't want you to be 5'9" and a girl,
Because that's like really big.
Yeah.
What were you like in school? Shy, outgoing, popular, or quiet?
Well, shy and quiet's the same.
No, shy is like you don't really like interact with people. Quiet is like you don't really talk to people.
Okay, here's the thing with all of those. I was every single one of them.
You were popular?
Oh, no, not that. Sorry. I mean, I wasn't popular, but people knew who I was. And that would always make me be like, why do they know who I am? But yeah, I was, depending on who I was around. Like in class I was quiet. I didn't talk much in class. I kept to myself. Mainly because I didn't like anyone.
That's not good.
Like if I had my friends in the class, I would talk. But if I didn't, I wouldn't talk. But then again, you know, when I was outside of school, I was very loud and partying and, you know.
What's one article of clothing you wish you still had?
There's a couple tops I wish I still had. There's this one I remember. It was black and it had this kind of sheer piece with like little blue like not big flat, but like little subtle blue flowers in it. And you're supposed to tie it around your neck, but I didn't. I just tied it on my back, so it was like strapless. And there was that. There's my backless top I used to have, and I miss tube tops. I used to love tube tops.
Okay.
She's making me show my age.
Oh, I didn't actually even realize that. If you could pick one family recipe to pass on, which one would it be?
Like one I've created myself, or
Family recipe. So like one that's been passed down.
I guess the chicken cutlets.
Chicken
Those
cutlets.
are amazing.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
See, that changed too in different stages of my life. When I was a kid, like kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. And then as I got like early teens, I wanted to be a singer, dancer. And then as I got into the later teens, I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Wow.
And I am none of those things.
Today. If you could go back and relive one day in your life again, which one would it be and why?
That's hard. One day? Like, to pick a day? That's hard to pick a day. Like, I mean, I could pick a year. A year would be easier.
Okay, a year.
When I was 17. 17 was a good year. I don't know. I always go back to 17 years old, and it was like, that was like one of the best times, being 17.
What's one thing you want people to remember about you?
Are you gonna make me cry? God,
No,
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
want
make
to
you
cry.
cry.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, you're gonna. Oh, I don't want to answer that.
Oh my God, she's already tearing and she hasn't even answered.
Because I don't want to answer that. It's gonna
You're
make-
pleading the fifth?
Well, no, because I don't want to cry. There's a difference.
Well, if this were jail, it don't matter.
No, no, that's court.
Oh, whatever, same thing. Same thing.
No, it's not.
It is to me.
You plead the fifth in court, not jail. Jail, they don't care if you talk. They don't want you to talk.
Oh, well. I couldn't go to jail then. I talk too much.
Yeah.
They'd be so annoyed with me.
Yeah. They would just throw her in. Like, just...
If you got another tattoo, what would it be and where would you get it?
Oh, I have so many I want to get. I have a couple that I want to get. Of course, I want to get you and your sister's names in different things. I want to get one of Minnie. I want Minnie's paw print. Minnie's paw print probably go on my arm, like with the other dog. So probably would be my dog arm. And then I do want to get snowflakes on my forearm. I have a couple I want to get. So.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge of becoming a mother?
Oh, It's weird because it's a challenge. It was a challenge, but at the same time, it came kind of easy at the same time. Not putting yourself first anymore.
What was your favorite toy as a child?
I had this doll, this baby. I carried that thing around everywhere.
First kiss, when and where?
I was 13.
Where?
In my neighborhood.
What was your first job?
Cold Stone Creamery.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Greece. It's beautiful.
What's your biggest regret?
Probably not trying hard enough when it came to the careers I wanted to do.
What's the biggest unchecked box left on your bucket list?
Going to Greece.
What were your grandparents like?
Which ones? Oh,
Let's-
can we? Ooh.
Uh,
Which ones?
Your grandparents. So Papa's.
Papa's parents.
I think so, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Not the wrong one.
No, I mean that's fine. I mean, he'll know to show it or not show it.
Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
My grandfather, he was great. I remember he used to always say I had a laugh that was just like contagious. Yeah, he was. Yeah. See, you make me cry. I don't
I'm
want to
sorry.
cry. My grandma. You know, she is the way she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of food?
Oh. That's hard.
That's not that hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are you talking like Italian food, or are you talking about like a certain dish?
Like a certain person, culture.
Culture.
A certain culture.
That's hard.
It's either between Italian or Mexican. For me, anyways. Because both of those, I've never had a dish I don't like. In either one of those.
I know, but I love Chinese food and I love Italian food.
But you won't eat chicken feet with me.
That's different.
Chicken feet are amazing. Right, Grandma? Right.
No.
Yes. They're good.
No.
She gets disgusted when I say I ate the toe.
That's gross.
No, it's
oh my
not.
God.
Okay. Did you answer?
I said it's hard
Okay.
between, I like, a lot, Chinese food, Italian food, Mexican food. It's hard.
Okay. If you could change your name, what would it be?
Well, see, I wouldn't have to change my name anymore because I named you Alyssa. I've always loved the name Alyssa. I've always thought that was pretty.
I don't really like it.
Oh my God. I love her name.
It's not a bad name. Like, it's okay. But
It's pretty. But another name I wanted to name one of you was Autumn.
that's pretty.
I like Autumn, but I can't see myself as an Autumn. I can't see myself as it, but I like the name. I think it's a really pretty name. But I don't know. I can't see myself as anything else.
What's your favorite season of the year and why?
Autumn. That's one of the reasons why I like the name too, is because it's one of my favorite seasons. I like fall.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful.
Because that's just when the temperature is starting to cool down, the leaves are changing, it's that pretty, the oranges and the reds and it's pretty. And then with Halloween and all that, it's like right around that time of the coolness where it's not cold, but it's not hot. So I like autumn.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas.
Why?
Christmas because my birthday is around Christmas, and for me as a kid, the month of December has always been like one big holiday, because like December you're preparing for Christmas and you get the tree. Like it's pretty much like every weekend leading up to Christmas is something. You're getting the decorations out, you're baking, you're decorating the house, all this, and then it leads up to like your birthday, and then when my mom is near at Christmas also, and now that your sister's here, she's also near Christmas as well. So it's just been added more and more as like a big thing in the month of December.
What's the most difficult challenge you've had to overcome?
Right now.
Right now.
And we're still in the process of overcoming. It's hard. Right now, there's also another time in my life that was really, really hard, but I'm not going to go into that because that's going to for sure make me cry.
Oh. Yeah.
So I'll say 2010 was a very hard year, as well as 2024 is a very hard year.
God, what's going to happen the next 14 years later? I'm scared now.
It doesn't have to be every 14 years.
Well,
it just so happens that this happens to be happening right now.
Well, I'm scared now for whatever year that's going to be.
Well, 14 years from now is what? It's 2034, 2038.
I'll be hiding under a rock that year.
Oh my God, 2038.
How old will I be? I'll be in my 20s, right?
Yes.
My 20s.
You'll be 27. You'll be 27. you even say how old I'll be, I'll smack you. Stop it!
Wait, 27 plus 3?
No, I'll be...
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she old. She's actually not going to be that old.
No, I won't be that old.
But as of respect for her, I won't say how old she'll be.
I'm sure it'll come out eventually. I don't really care.
Okay, ready? What do you remember most about your parents when you were younger?
I don't know.
Minnie, what you doing?
What do I remember about them? I was scared of them.
My god.
I was more so scared of... I
It's
don't
okay.
know. I don't know. They... I don't know. I guess, anyone that grew up like that, in that time, our parents were scary. They were, and it wasn't necessarily that they were mean. It wasn't that they were mean. They were just scary. I don't know. As I got older, I didn't care anymore. Once when I was a teenager, I really just didn't care. I was pushing it as not even doing it on purpose. Honestly, I was just doing what I was doing. It wasn't even really to get a rise out of them or anything. It was just me just living.
What's the name of the first street you lived on? Do I have to call Papa?
No. That I remember. Well, I think Rena Lane.
Do you have any childhood pets? What were their names?
We had a rabbit named Thumper. We had a ferret named Coco. And we had a dog named Nanook. And then we had another dog named Midnight.
If you could have lunch with anyone, living or deceased, who would it be and why? I feel like I know the answer to this one.
Really?
No, for you, yeah.
I know, but really? You think you know? Because I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't even know.
Really?
Living or deceased? I don't know.
Really?
Are you... I don't know. Why, who'd you think?
Luke Perry.
Oh. Well, I don't...
Would you have lunch with him?
I would go on a date with him. Luke Perry. Oh. Love Luke Perry, yeah. See, look, she's really trying to show my age. Like, you really are trying.
How? Luke Perry is a good-looking guy, or was a good-looking guy. So
He was... Oh.
So I don't know how that shows your age. It's not like I'm saying you like Betty Boop, which you don't. But that's like, what, 40s? The 1940s? It's a long time ago.
We still know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Perry is a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. But that is a good answer, Luke Perry.
What's your favorite song and what does it remind you of?
Questions like that are hard because I don't necessarily have like one particular favorite song.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a favorite song.
You do? What?
Photographed by Nickelback. And it reminds me of like the best times of my life.
Are you gonna cry?
Yeah.
Oh my God! See, she wanted to do this too.
I know.
I'm okay.
And that was an eyelash in my eye too.
I have a couple that I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to pick, you know. But
I can't do this.
one of the ones right now that
Is it gonna make me cry?
it's probably one of the ones right now that I'm really liking, just because of our situation of what's going on right now. It kind of helps me. Is I Am Not Okay by Jelly Roll. That song's a lot right now. But another one that makes me feel good is it's one extreme to another because the title is Doing Fine by Snow the Product.
Are you doing fine or are you not okay?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's like it's funny to say both of those because one says I'm not okay and the other one's like I'm doing fine. But I remember listening to the Doing Fine one months ago before we got into this situation we're in.
When we were doing fine.
When we were doing fine, I was loving that song because it was like, you know, the story of my life is what did she say? The best. What did she say? The title of my
life, best story ever told.
Yes. So
that's an amazing song. You should check that out.
It's a good one.
Oh yeah. What's the first thing you can remember from your childhood? The first thing that pops in your head when you think of your childhood.
The first thing that pops. Going to amusement parks when I was a kid. We used to go a lot.
If you could time travel, would you go back in history or into the future, and why?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't want to relive any of this again.
I would go back to like the 1800s and the
Oh,
witch
wow.
trials and stuff like that.
Wow, she'd go back to that far. I guess maybe the 1950s. I like the poodle skirts. I like or even the 1920s. The 1920s, like with the flapper era.
What's that? I'm
Like
sorry, I don't.
Bonnie and Clyde and stuff.
Oh, that's what a flapper is?
Yeah, well, like the way they dress. Like
Oh.
like in the hats, like with the...
Yeah.
Right? I do like that. And the way the men dressed in the 1920s and 1930s. I like that.
Which subject did you like best in school, and which subject did you like least in school?
Well, you're old enough now. I didn't like school.
Neither do I.
The best one I would say is probably my senior year when I did photography. That was fun. But my least, I don't know, I guess math.
Yeah, math.
Math sucks. And for anyone that was ever told that you'll never have a calculator on hand with you at all times was lying to you, because now we have calculators on hand all the time.
On hand.
On hand.
What scent or smell makes you feel nostalgic, and why?
The perfume I'm wearing.
Why?
Because it reminds me of when I was a teenager. It's the perfume I wore then.
What's the first vacation you ever took, and where did you go?
Like that I can remember, or where I ever went?
That you can remember.
Well, I mean, I do remember. I do remember going to Disney World.
That was the first one?
I believe that's the first one I was 2 years, like not even 2 yet. I do remember that. Not the whole thing, but I do have, you know, I guess visions. I don't know. It's like,
You know, that's actually kind of weird. Like, you could remember things from, like, when you were 2. 2-year-olds' brains aren't even developed fully yet.
yeah, but I can remember things. Like, I can remember bits and pieces of things. Like I said, I can't remember the whole trip. I can remember being in the stroller, entering, and Chippendale's there greeting you.
Scary.
And I'm screaming. And then I remember another part where we're having lunch, and I'm sitting in a stroller, and Goofy comes over and scares the crap out of me. And there's a picture of, see, that this is how my parents are. I'm over here screaming, okay, screaming like crazy during lunch, and you can imagine all the people around and everything. And Goofy is looking at me, doing this, looking down at me.
That's terrifying.
And there's a picture because one of my parents, I don't know which one, is next to me, kneeling down or something, taking a picture of him while he's looking at me.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. And I do remember going into Mickey's house and being terrified that Mickey was going to be there because my parents and my brother wanted to go in the house, and I was like, I don't want to go. You know, I was so terrified that Mickey was going to be in there. And they were like, no, it's just seeing, you know, it's just a little fun thing. It's like, right? And then who's at the end of the thing? Mickey. And I'm 2 years old, and I'm already like, nope, not happening.
You know what they say? They say your brain doesn't fully develop until you're at least 25.
Wow.
I know, right? Alright, last question. What was your biggest childhood fear? I know this one.
Well, technically, it's kind of two, but it's kind of related. Clowns.
Got it.
And people in the costumes, like Goofy and anyone in things like that, scared the crap out of me.
Because those things are terrifying.
Yes, and the funny thing is, it wasn't until I was like 20 years old, and we were at Six Flags, and I was with my mom and a couple other family members, and of course I wasn't afraid anymore. So my mom is flagging down all the characters she can find, and I'm taking pictures with every single one of them. And it is so funny to see this lady yelling yelling their names, like Bugs Bunny, you know, Sylvester, you know, and she's yelling for them, and they're thinking, oh, she has a child that, you know, wants to take a picture. And then all of a sudden there's me, a grown adult. And it was funny. There's a couple pictures of me with some of them, and their reaction, like there's one with Sylvester, and the way he's hugging me is kind of cute. You know, it's fun now, but I was terrified back then. And clowns actually till this day still scare me. I don't like them. I mean, I don't run away from it like I used to, but I don't go towards it either.
Away from the fire.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like that stuff. From afar,
I'll watch you from like 20 feet behind you.
Like,
So that's all the questions I had for my mother today. And if you would like to see me do more of these, please hit the like button down below or in the comment section.
where she makes me uncomfortable or possibly cry.
Yes, I almost cried. I was literally tearing so bad.
It's her own thing, and she starts crying.
I know, and she's so
Like,
sad.
I don't want to cry.
I know, don't. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you later.